when looking for information.
Look at the forecast. Let's bring in weather specialist Kabir Bagaria.
Thanks for that, Noor. Temperatures for the city of Toronto sitting at just about 8 degrees for the afternoon, cooling off as we go into the evening. And, well, it's been a gorgeous day as the sun begins to set and we look at temperatures getting closer and closer to the freezing mark. But what can we expect, Toronto? Well, temperatures are going to continue to drop, but mostly sunny skies for the rest of the weekend. In fact, look at this calmness going on right now. As we look forward at our models, though, cloud cover moving in toward the beginning of the week, possibility for some showers, especially for central Ontario. Sault Ste. Marie is going to see some of those showers as well. But for us here in Toronto, mostly calm skies. We'll see some possibilities for cloudy periods and warmer temperatures, higher winds going into the beginning of the week, which I'll tell you about in just a moment. Passing showers there through your Monday, with, of course, North Bay, Muskoka, Cottage Country seeing this rainfall through your overnight period Monday into Tuesday. So watch for that. But for now, I wanted to break this down for you. Check this out. Temperatures warming up as we go closer and closer to midweek before tapering off again going into the weekend, with sunny periods possible for the latter part of the week. Expected to be cloudy starting out, but in terms of where we're at for tonight, very close to freezing, but Toronto is just skirting that at 3. Cottage Country, North Bay, Muskoka, Sudbury going down to -3 for the overnight. So watch for that, folks, especially going out for tomorrow. Temperatures going into the double digits as well. A high of 10 degrees expected for the city of Toronto, 9 for Muskoka with sunny periods.
Thanks so much, Kabir. A historic night for the Well, Kabir Bagaria back with us now for a check on the forecast. And Kabir, you know, I hear things are changing across the country. We're getting into more cooler, crisper conditions, and for some, we're going to get into some negative temperatures too.
For the overnight periods, that's right, Noah. We're going to start seeing some freezing temperatures. On top of that, clear skies for much of the country going into the weekend, but we can expect to see some rainfall, especially toward the beginning of the week. Cloud cover as well, but for now, enjoy the cool, crisp, calm temperatures. From the Sky Tracker Weather Center, I'm Kabir Bagaria. Thanks for tuning in for your Southern Ontario and, of course, Toronto forecast. Well, folks, temperatures for the overnight period are going to be descending. 8 degrees is where we were at this afternoon, cooling off to just 3 for the overnight. Now, as we talk about what's happening in the country, I want to start off in the east because we're seeing mostly high pressure keeping everything together. It's relatively calm, some mostly cloud cover making its way in for your Sunday, but it's going to be a nice weekend ahead. You can see that here in this rainfall map. Now, we're not seeing very much precipitation, especially if you are in southern Ontario. Central Ontario, that's a different story. Sudbury expecting quite a bit of rainfall as well. The Maritime staying nice and calm for us. Now, where that cannot be said is for the west coast. We're seeing that precipitation coming in off of the Pacific, making its way to the higher elevations in the form of snowfall. This is going to happen throughout your Sunday, going closer and closer into the Rockies as well. So higher elevations, expect snowfall, okay? Now, as we talk about lower elevations, folks, we're not quite there yet. Temperature-wise, though, we're sitting into the single digits as we start to move our way north to the south. Vancouver at 10, Kelowna, BC's interior at 10 as well, 11 for Victoria, 5 and 7 degrees for Edmonton and Calgary. Lethbridge coming in at 9 with some nice sunny skies. Now, Saskatchewan is expecting temperatures sitting into the single digits for Saskatoon at 6, Regina at 10. And then, as we look here at Winnipeg, well, folks, the possibility for rainfall there going into the beginning of the week, starting for your Sunday overnight. That's why you're seeing that rainfall there. Now for Toronto and Southern Ontario, just about 10 degrees. Ottawa at 8, sunny skies for your Sunday as well. Sault Ste. Marie expecting rainfall as well as Thunder Bay for your Sunday. Now, as we talk about the Maritimes, so you go further to the north, Labrador City will go into the minuses, but folks, high pressure here is what's keeping it together. Sunny skies for Fredericton at 7 as well, Halifax at 6, and for today, we're sitting into the single digits for some parts of Southern Ontario. Now, I wanted to break down this lovely graphic here for you that shows you the temperatures for tomorrow, sitting at 9 degrees consistently as we make our way throughout into the evening as well for the city of Toronto. Now, what does that mean in terms of rainfall? As I mentioned, not very much at all, but once you get into Sudbury, North Bay, Huntsville, Sault Ste. Marie, you can be looking at about 26 millimeters of rain. So a bit of a wet one as we see that pass by. But for the week ahead, what are we going to be seeing, Toronto? Well, temperatures sitting into the 20s for Tuesday, which is fascinating. Cloudy as well going into midweek, and then eventually temperatures starting to taper off. Look at the lows as well. So you can see lows going all the way from 14 on Tuesday down to about 5 for Friday and toward the end of the week. So go ahead and watch for that. And for tonight, temperatures hovering around the freezing mark, 3 for the overnight period in Toronto.
The forecast, let's bring in weather specialist Kabir Bagaria.
Thank you so much, Noor. From the Sky Tracker Weather Center, I'm Kabir Bagaria. 6 degrees for the overnight period for Toronto, warming up as well for a gorgeous Sunday. I'm here to tell you a bit about that. Let's talk about what we have coming up for us. Southern Ontario has high pressure surrounding it, meaning that we are going to be seeing mostly a clear day for our Sunday. Possibility for some passing clouds, but overall we're not going to see that precipitation the way that Cottage Country will. In fact, we're going to see that rainfall for Sudbury, Sault Ste. Marie, even Thunder Bay can anticipate some rainfall going into your Sunday overnight period into your Monday. Cloud cover rolling in with it though, so a cloudy start to the week, possibility for some sunshine going into latter parts of the day on Monday with passing showers for your Tuesday morning as well with rainfall around then. But folks, let's talk a bit about what the 7-day trend is showing us. Temperatures into the teens, and as I mentioned in my tease there, 21 on Tuesday. So be prepared for that. Warmer temperatures as well, and before finally tapering off going into and toward next weekend. We are very much above our normals at the moment. For the overnight, going down to single digits, 3 for Toronto for the overnight period as well. And as we take a look here at Ottawa and Kingston, -4 and -2 respectively. So be prepared if you're going outside to make sure you're nice and warm.
Thanks so much, Kabir. The weather specialist Kabir Bagaria joins us once again. And you know, Kabir, people are looking forward to end their weekend on a high note. So many people probably looking for sunshine this Sunday. Some will get it, you say, and some might not.
I think the majority of people are actually going to get it. We're going to see some nice sunny periods, especially for southern Saskatchewan, Manitoba. Temperatures for southern Ontario into the 20s. Rainfall on the way as well. So stay tuned for your forecast. From the Sky Tracker Weather Center, I'm Kabir Bagaria. Thank you so much for joining us here as we take a look at our forecast for Southern Ontario and Toronto. For the overnight period, cooling down, eventually going down to single digits, so be prepared for that. However, a warm-up coming our way for this week. I'll tell you more about that. But for the most part here, folks, we're going to see a clear, nice, eventually rainfall midweek is going to start impacting us. Cottage Country first on Monday, and then Tuesday and Wednesday passing showers for Southern Ontario. But let's talk about how much rain that's actually going to bring. Not too much. Cottage Country could see about 25 millimeters, but nothing compared to what we're going to see on the west coast. Let's talk a bit about this. Rainfall coming in mostly from the Pacific, impacting the western coast of BC, eventually turning into snowfall at the higher elevations, and of course that rainfall making its way into the lower mainland, going through your Monday and Tuesday, spilling over into the Rockies eventually. So a bit of a wet start to the week for much of the lower mainland. Let me move on over here and tell you about the temperatures. We're sitting at 11 as your high for Sunday for Vancouver, Kelowna, 10, Lethbridge, Alberta, 9, of course Calgary and Edmonton at 7 and 5 degrees respectively, with some partly sunny skies there as well. In terms of southern Saskatchewan, Saskatoon, Regina sitting at 5 degrees and 9 degrees as well for Regina there, looking at some sunny periods. Now Winnipeg is going to be seeing some rainfall as well through Monday and latter parts of the day, so a wet Monday night into your Tuesday. For Southern Ontario, on the warmer side, we're sitting into the teens for much of this week. Sault Ste. Marie and Cottage Country out there, Kawartha Lakes, you can anticipate some rainfall coming your way for the overnight on Monday, and cooling off in the Maritimes as well. Single-digit temperatures for your highs, but sunshine for much of New Brunswick at 7, -2 for Labrador City. In terms of where we're looking today, 10 is going to be the high for Toronto, but I wanted to tell you a bit about where it's going to peak. 9-10 degrees tomorrow, mostly into the afternoon, staying that way, which is above our normal for Toronto. But where are things going to go in terms of rainfall? This is what I wanted to mention. So we'll see these passing showers start to impact parts of southern Ontario, really going into latter parts of Tuesday. But Cottage Country, as I said, Sault Ste. Marie, 28 millimeters of rain, Sudbury up to 19, North Bay 27 as well, Huntsville 10 millimeters of rain. So a bit of that rainfall coming your way. Now, In terms of our temperatures, 20-degree day in November on Tuesday. Overcast skies, though, and then we're looking at cooling off going into our weekend with 12 is the high that's projected for Saturday. Lows, though, going into the single digits for the overnights, especially for our Sunday overnight. Look at that, 0 as well. So we are sitting just above normal here, folks, but overall be prepared for a warm day on Tuesday, unseasonably so.
Still to come, dedicated to the cause. We introduce